So in we have seen Mullerian duct or Mullerian duct and their uh, derivatives. This urogenital sinus, and these were the and this was the mesonephric tubules. This opening mesonephric tubules, and it also open in opening. It gives you something seminal vesicles as an evagination. We have this duct which is called Mullerian duct. Mullerian duct of both sides, they will come like this, and they will fuse with the urogenital. They will fuse with this. So the part duct that may lead to formation of oviduct. Both are uterine horns. This is the uterine body, body, cervix, and cranial CV, cranial part of vagina, which is from the urogenital side. Yes, caudal, caudal vagina, caudal vagina. So these are the derivative. Today we'll see the anomalies of this Mullerian duct. Absent, or there is complete fusion, or there is some deleted duct. So first we'll see Mullerian duct. Number one, there is agenesis of Mullerian aplasia of Mullerian duct. Aplasia is maybe segmental aplasia, that is your white cyst, or uterus unicornis. Unicornis. Number three is the fusion defect. Are the two Mullerian duct. If they fuse partly, or if fuse throughout the length, that comes fusion defect may be of three types: is didelphys uterus. Second is bicornuate uterus, and the third is external os of the cervix. These are the anomalies which are related with the Mullerian duct. Is the agenesis of Mullerian duct. Agenesis is the a of this Mullerian duct primordial. So and Mullerian duct derivatives of duct. Oviduct, tube. Second is uterine. Third, uterine body, cervix, and These structures derivatives of Mullerian duct. These are the normal structure. Normal structure which are related with the Mullerian. If there is agenesis of Mullerian duct, it means absent. So if we remove this duct, it means they will be absent. Absent. But this structure, what we call ovary, in agenesis, normal, and it is normal and healthy, and it is of Mullerian. This part will be totally absent. So what is present? Ovary will be present. Agenesis, you will find healthy or normal. There is gonadal. So these will be present. Other part, yes, number two, aplasia. In each, but it is more common. We have partial or segmental. That is more common. Segmental is the more common site for this segment. That will be uterine tube. These are the site, and which partial or also called segment. Some segment may be variant duct. This is also known as if white he- white heifer disease. So segmental aplasia of Mullerian duct. It means so urogenital sinus, and this is the Mullerian duct. Of the part is absent. Why? This segment, suppose this segment is up, this segment is, that is segmental aplasia. It is also known as white heifer disease because it is more common short breed which are having coat color. The heifer of this breed white coat color. In this breed, this is more common segment, and this segment here, it is related with autosomal recessive autosomal recessive trait. Autosomal recessive gene which is linked to gene of white coat. There is linkage with the gene of white coat color. Because of this autosomal recessive gene, this defect is present in the shorthorn breed, which is having white coat color. The symptoms and signs. These are ovaries. These are the ovaries, and here we have that is the labia. This is the labia of, of the vulva labia. These are the labia. Structure paramezonefric duct, the Mullerian duct or paramezonefric duct. If there is segmental means partial aplasia, this part which may lead that will be incomplete. Maybe if there is aplasia of complete uterus, complete cervix, incomplete part vagina which is cranial cranial. So if there is segmental aplasia, then these structures which are derived, they will be formed but incomplete because this partial aplasia complete. So because the aplasia is incomplete, so the structures formed they will also become incomplete. There will be real vagina. In this case, ovaries will be normal. In this case, this labia or vulva be normal. The ovaries are normal in case because their origin is rich. What is the origin of genital origin? Defective Mullerian duct. What are the structure formed from Mullerian duct? These structures will be incomplete, will be defective, but ovaries will be healthy, normal, labia will be normal, healthy. There is something called hymen, imperforate hymen, white heat. As I explained in previous lecture, which is forming urine, bladder, urethra. These are from genital or gonadal range. If we look paramezonefric duct part, these cell will form vaginal plate. that will fuse with the cranial vagina, fuses, and ultimately there will be formation of vagina, caudal vagina. This part, this is known as hymen. In case of white heifer disease, if it is then because of accumulation of the secretions, there may if it is doing filled here mucocervix and cervix and vagina. So these mucometra, mucocervix, and these are because it is perfect or it is intact. Accumulation of fluid in these uterus, cervix, and cranial vagina. Then again, segmental aplasia of uterine horn trend. There is only one uterine horn involved. We uterine uterine because it is segmental aplasia of the segment duct which give rise to uterine horn. So it or we call this is associated with for white heifer disease. This may be found in the white heifer disease because white heifer disease segmental aplasia. Segment. The segment, if the segment is equal to whole, then this is called uterine unicorn. This is the uterine body and this is the cervix. This horn, this uterine, in case of uterine uterus or affected. So this is the right horn which is this. And this horn is present. This is present flat band. So this is non-function present as a band-like structure. One is present and then the vessel. Then this is called segmental aplasia of the uterine horn. Affected. This is right horn, more common. And this situation is a part of heifer disease. It is associated disease. So these were the yeah. Now third topic is the fusion duct fusion effect. Number one, no fusion. No fusion. Both are separate. Both both separate means both develop separate. These are the these are the Mullerian duct. They will develop separately. This condition where is no fusion, it is known as didelphys. Didelphys uterus means this is means this is this another ovary is also related with the uterine body. Uterine we have double uterus, the double cervix, and from the Mullerian duct, CV cranial vagina. Then caudal vagina. There is division of vagina. So uterus didelphys, there is no fusion of these two ducts. Development are the uterine hole, body, cervix, cranium separate, which open into caudal uterus didelphys. No fusion lead to didelphys. Complete fusion, simplex uterus. These two both duct one they complete and they form like this. This is the in this uterus which is present in human. In this uterus, when there is complete fusion, uterine hole, uterine hole, and it is called as normal. So if there is fusion, it may lead to for human being as well as primate, what we call primate. No uterine hole on the site present. These are the organs. Number three, Number three, high degree of fusion. High that is present in the male. That is present in male. The fusion is like this. Picture is T-shaped, means large and small uterine hole. In case of moderate degree, moderate degree of fusion. Cattle, buffalo, sheep, goat. Number five, little fusion. Little fusion. That is which can there is little. So in all the cases, these three cases where high degree of fusion have two uterine hole, one one cervix and one vagina. One in case of animal. Complete fusion, simplest is normal in human. No fusion, diadermis. Both Mullerian duct they develop separate. Develop separate. Bicornuate uterus. This is anomaly human being. Human. Not in animals. Normally, this is the uterus of the human being, having only uterine being, horns are absent. If this is, if horns are developed, uterine, uterine body, cervix. If this is anomaly in last is double internal cervix. These are these are the Mullerian duct. On when the fuse it disappears, but sometimes this is persist. So double due to persistence. Persistence this median wall. Persistence of median wall. That is that is double. This is os of the cervix. This normal fuse of Mullerian duct. When when the embryo is 5 to 15 centimeter or the age of the embryo is 35 to 120 days, there is normal of the Mullerian duct occur. Fuse. Where the embryo is 5 to 15, it is the age is 35 to 120 days. There is normal. First, something about Gardner's duct. Gardner duct cyst. This Gardner is present in female vagina. Gardner duct is remammalian Wolffian duct. This is common in cow. What is the location of vagina? Floor of vagina beneath mucosa. Beneath the mucosa. So Gardner ducts are present in vagina, remnant of common in cattle, and location of the vagina. Gland. These are the ovaries, and this is the this is the duct. This this caudal part of caudal part, this caudal part of Wolffian as a Gardner duct in case of female. So, and this cranial part will become some other remnant, and caudal part will become Gardner's duct. Gardner duct cyst in chlorinated snap poisoning, metaplasia of epithelium of Gardner duct. If this, then there will be of this duct, metaplasia of the duct. That may lead to cyst formation. That may lead to cyst formation. is important, chlorinated naphthalene poison. In case of admin into metaplasia and cyst. We started with A genesis, A Mullerian duct is absent, ovaries are present. Next we saw aplasia, which is had a part, it will develop this part will be vestigial, remnant or lesion. It will call there is a no fusion, that is di-del will develop cell.